I got a really great email in today from one of our A-list students who says, I wanted to ask you about writing some cold emails to producers who are planning on shooting upcoming projects in New York City. For example, Soderbergh is now in pre-production on Kill Switch in New York City area, and I want to gently connect with the producer of this feature film. So he's wondering, how can he connect with the producer on this film to get on that film as a production assistant? Now, Mike actually is, he's got his own video production company. He owns cameras, he owns lights, he's really got a small business going. So, he's, it's pretty impressive. And he's asking, how can he reach out cold to a producer? So my answer to this is that you cannot reach out cold to people. It will not work. If they don't know you, then there's just no connection, and they have got millions of people contacting them, asking them for stuff. So you just come across as not having that get it factor when you are doing what other people are doing that do not get it. So the way people get production assistant work, for example, is getting hired by the positions that actually hire for production assistants. And that is not the producer, that is not the director, that is not even the UPM. That would be the key PA or the second AD. The key PA on a big feature film like this is going to be probably the one, or the second AD. And believe me, the key PA that they're going to hire on this shoot, as well as the second AD and the second AD, these guys are going to they're going to be very experienced. So they're going to have their big list of people that they're used to working with. They're going to have their lists, but they are the right ones to get in contact with. Now, the best way to get in contact with those guys is through being referred to them by somebody that's worked with you personally. So what Mike needs to do is he needs to do the get on shoots method. He just started the program, but he needs to do the get on shoots method to get on shoots, to work with people, to have people know him and be working with him as a team on a bunch of shoots, and then meeting people that are going to know these key PAs and the second ADs, and then refer him to them. That is the only way he's going to get in the door, most likely. People got to know you. There's just too much at stake on every film set to hire people that don't know the drill, that they don't know if they're going to show up, they don't know if they cannot take a chance to have somebody be green and screw something up and have them look bad. So that's why they have their list, and they're going to call the first peoples on their list first. Then they will try out new people that they're referred to. But they're definitely going to go in there with their strongest team. But that doesn't mean that it's not possible. Of course it's possible, especially for Mike. He's extremely capable. I mean, he's already doing stuff at a pretty high level, just not in the feature film, TV, big budget world. But he can definitely work in that world, and he's got a lot of value there and a lot of confidence there. He just needs to hook up with the right people. So what he needs to do is do the get on shoots method and get on these sets consistently and work with people. And this is inside the A-list work study program. Work with people, and then ask, hey, who's shooting on this feature film that's coming up? Who are some of the main key PAs in town who might be working on this feature film? And also ask, he's going to be like amazed how many people he's going to find that actually know the names of some of these key PAs and the second ADs. And then he'll be able to reach out to them and say, hey, I'd love to get on your list. I know you don't know me. I work with so-and-so, but I've heard a lot about you. I know you got a big feature coming up. You might need some additional people. If so, I'd love to throw my name in the hat. Here's my information. Here's my resume. Okay. Sounds good. Now, he actually wrote me a small email that he wanted to send, and this is one that will not work. This is an example of something that will not work. My name is Michael. I'm a production assistant. I know you got your people. Okay. That's not the best way to say it. But I'd love to get on your list. He probably took that straight from me just saying it like verbally, but you're not going to be able to reach out to a producer and get on a film. They're too high. That's not the right person for you to work with anyway. So you'd reach out to somebody who's like, say, a key PA or a second AD. My name is Michael. I'm a production assistant. I worked with so-and-so who you may know from. Tell them the show that they may know them from. I know you have your people. But I'd love to get on your list. And if you need an additional person, I'd love to do it. Would you like to see my resume? So the email itself is good. It just needs to be sent to the right person. and you really need to reference somebody that you know. Nothing happens cold in the film industry. There's just way too much at stake. So I hope this makes sense. Setting you up for success to do this in a real way, the way that it really works in the film industry. All right, I'll talk to you later.